the artists who are members of ZIMURA. Okay. Why are we not yet members? Hopefully you see the need to join ZIMURA after this workshop, because it is very important. If you are an artist and you're not part of ZIMURA, it means you are missing somewhere. So I'm going to talk about, that's the presentation outline, who is eligible for membership and what is required, the admission process. Once you are a member, what are your obligations? What are the benefits of ZIMURA membership? And also going to talk about digital music distribution, monetization, infringement on digital platforms. We're also going to talk about the distribution of royalties, how we calculate, and the types of distribution and the management of our membership in terms of the databases that we use to manage our members. So if you are a composer or an author who's here and you're not yet a member, that is what so we're saying who is eligible for membership. If you're a composer, you're an author or a publisher or a producer, you are eligible for membership. What is then required if you are that? We need $20 registration fee. This is a once-off payment. There are no subscriptions. We need a photocopy of your ID. If you have any agreements, your musical works, your contact details, and the ID photo, which you can take in a phone and you send to us through the WhatsApp. So that is basically what is required. If you have your music that is ready for the market, music yako yatova kuma digital platforms or yatova radio stations, that is basically what we require for you to be a member of ZIMURA. Once you have those requirements, you get to fill the application forms together with the rules and regulations, the deed of assignment, where you give us the mandate to manage your rights. And up through the email, you can submit your application forms or through the WhatsApp or physical visit. And if you are here and you have got all the requirements that I listed up earlier on, you can join at the end of the workshop because we have the application forms with us here. So you are admitted by the board of directors in their meetings after you submit those forms. After admission, you'll be called for an orientation and ID issuing. What are your obligations if you are a member of ZIMURA? When you release new works, you make sure you notify all your works as soon as you release. We need all the work details, the correct title, the names of the composers, the share splits. Composer song 2, 3. Make sure you indicate who owns what percentage. We are 2%, we are 3%. It has to add up to 100%. And then your music. Be sure to register your pseudonyms and bands. Besides our real names, we have my stage name, we have my band names. So make sure ZIMURA has all that for documentation processes and also to ensure we have your correct contact details. Then we move on to the benefits. There is royalty collection for all local and international. Like when your music is used on broadcasters or digital platforms, you can collect your royalties. That's another benefit of being a ZIMURA member. There's also free legal advice and guidance and contract signing. There's also what you call gratuity. Those who have reached 75 years of age and attained 20 years of membership, we have a sum of money that we give to our member. Washita 75 years and being a member of ZIMURA for 20 years, Chinechi sum of money that we give. It's not going to go to pension, but it's gratuity. And then we also have free funeral policy. If you are a member, Ukafa, your immediate relatives will just have to notify us. We'll come and bury you decently in partnership with Nyarazo, where we come in with our doom casket, we come in with the bus to carry the mourners, also buy groceries to supplement at the funeral. And then free education on copyright related issues like these workshops that we are currently running. There's also incapacitation allowance that we also give to a member. Say for example, probably you have been involved in an accident and you become incapacitated, you have gone blind, you're no longer able to benefit from music. There's also a sum of money that we give to our member. This is a once-off payment. The same with gratuity, it's also a once-off payment. Some may recover, but the incapacitation allowance, once it's a once-off payment. And then recommendation letters where necessary. And then also a free distribution of music to digital stores is another benefit, because now you see the whole world is going digital. You have to make sure that your music is available on digital platforms. I understand we have some who have the capability of doing it on their own, but the benefit yatiri kupa kune uyo asiri kukwanisa haana resources haasi kugona kuenda kana pama sites. So you just inform us and give us your music, we distribute it for you. How, in partnership with RootNote, we distribute your music on your behalf on digital platforms. So that's basically the digital music distribution. Music on YouTube, because the moment it goes on such platforms, you reach a wider market, right? Zvasiyana nekuti tigadzire ma-CDs where tikungotageta a local market, but the moment you upload your music on digital platforms, you'll be able to reach a global market. And also when you upload your music on such platforms, you also ensure that you upload the music that you upload carries the correct metadata. You put the correct song title, you put the composer names, the share splits, so that it becomes easier. I talked about that, reaching a global market. The moment you also put your music on digital platforms, there is also easy identification of works through fingerprinting. Now, as we want to engage monitoring systems to monitor our radio stations, the moment your music is on such platforms, Pama stations is now easily monitored, it's easily identified, because at times you tend to get my log sheets and missing log sheets from the radio station. So if your music is on digital platforms, it's easily identified and reported on the log sheets when we engage monitoring system companies. And then how to market and promote your music. Make sure you deliver your works to broadcasting stations, webcasting, podcasting, create promotional content. Also ensure that you share links to fans via WhatsApp, maisa music yenyu my YouTube. Kuti tichikwanisa kuti unowana money sharing with your fans on WhatsApp, engage fans on social media and things like that. So it is important that we have we have my YouTube account. If you're an artist, be on Facebook, be on WhatsApp, you have a YouTube account. Can all artists start one so let's move on with technology so that we earn something out of it. And then we talk about infringement on digital platforms. How do we address when there's an infringement on digital platforms? Waona kutipaita infringement, how do you address that? One, there is what you call cease and desist notice, where the copyright owner or the unauthorized representative can send a cease and desist notice to the individuals or entities responsible for the infringement. In this notice, you are informing of the copyright violation and request that they immediately stop using the copyrighted work without permission. Waona kuti music yako yaiswa pama platforms ipapo without your permission. First step is to write a cease and desist notice. Kune vanhu vacho you identify, you notify them of the copyright violation and ask them to stop using your copyrighted work. If the copyright owner or the representative can issue a copyright infringement notice to the platforms or websites hosting the infringing content, you can write the infringement notice. This notice requests the removal or takedown of the copyrighted material from their platform, citing the violation of copyright law. That's the second step that you can take. You can write to the YouTube, knowing that you have proof enough that you are the owner of the work. You write a takedown notice to the site, citing the violation. In some cases, you can, if the first and second step does not work, you can take legal action. If the infringement continues despite the cease and desist notice or takedown request, you may choose to pursue legal action, which this can involve filing a lawsuit against the infringing parties, where you seek damages for the infringement and obtaining court orders to stop the unauthorized use of the copyrighted work. In some cases as well, you may choose to license and give permission to those who wants to use your work, meaning you get an economic benefit from that. This can be done through formal agreements or licensing arrangements where the infringing parties obtain the necessary rights to use the work in exchange for appropriate compensation or royalties. Then we move on to the distribution of royalties, which is just basically